And I'm back. Sorry it's not Satan. I kind of had too many ideas and needed some time to clean them up and get rid of things. Because as much as I love a lot of detail, I still like it to feel cohesive and not like I'm throwing shit at the wall and hoping it makes sense later. Anywho, I figured with the added time till Satan, I could talk about Angel Serpentius' design and Heaven as a whole. Cause, wow, what a letdown on both fronts. Don't get me wrong, what we got is still really pretty. It's just kind of boring and honestly just feels like a repaint of Hell, and that includes Serpentius' angel form. Cause again, I get this is Viv's brainchild and all that, but it is so weird to have the winners, aka the souls that made it into heaven, turn into, well, basically pastel demons. Yeah, they're less demonic looking, kinda, but it's still weird. And I know people will argue, well, they're pastel and have wings and a halo, so that's enough to tell you they're not sinners. And to that I say, I didn't think they were sinners. I just think they look too much like sinners. Because unless the info has changed, we were told that sinners look the way they do due to their lives and sins. So when you have winners looking like pastel demons, it makes you go, why? Like, what's the point of making Susie a bee when she got into heaven if she didn't do bad things? Because we have demon bees. Like... What? And honestly, till season 2 drops, I feel we'll never know. Hell, I bet we still won't know when season 2 drops, since we haven't even gotten to the main characters and their lives, which is supposed to tell us why they look the way they do. And honestly, I think the thing that bugs me the most is that there are human angels. And it's like, why not just stick with that? We have Adam, the first human man, still looking human. And we have Vaggie and Lute, who look human. Granted, we don't know if they are fully angelic beings or souls, but it kind of still works due to a lot of lower class angels appearing human. But like, just do some color coding or making it obvious who's a human who died and an angelic being. Because it also looks super weird when you have the biblically accurate angels running around with the winners. Because not many people know what other versions of a biblical accurate angel looks like. And I've already seen people get confused by them, which they always were. But now they're even more confused because the winners look like sinners and the biblically accurate angels look like winners who look like sinners. That's just too much for new people who didn't take the college course that is Hazbin Hotel to understand the show. And Sir P's Angel's design is just the icing on the cake. Like, I don't get it. Why did they just recolor him? Did they think we wouldn't recognize him if they made him look different? I don't think so. The outfit could have told us easily. Like, think of how impactful and just overly shocking to see Sir P back in his human form. Like, he's spent roughly 223 years in hell in his snake body, only to die again, mind you, and show up to heaven still in his snake body. Like, I'd be pissed. Like, yeah, I didn't know I was gonna die again or end up in heaven, but I'd take a look at myself and just cry. Because again, my form in hell was my punishment, and here I am in heaven still looking like my hellish self, but in white. Like, what the fuck? And okay, maybe I'm stuck this way because I haven't 100% been forgiven or because I'm still being punished in heaven, but still. Plus, it feels like a super big missed opportunity of not showing your character completely changing back to who they once were. Like, I get him being in heaven was like a shell shocker and everyone was screaming, yeah, he deserves it. But, you know, from a design point of view, I feel that whole thing could have been elevated if he showed up as his like human self. Like, think about it. Really think about it. Like, that extra little, oh my god, he's human now. He truly deserved. Like, you know, you add the story elements and you add the design elements, and when the two collide, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I can see it in my head. And I feel we were robbed of what could have been a really cool and gorgeous moment. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is kind of running long, so let's just move on to the design. Okay, so this is more of a what I would have done instead of a redesign / reimagined, or I guess this counts as a reimagine, but in that same category. Because, I mean, let's just be honest, Sir P's angel form is just him, but in white and added hearts. And don't get me wrong, it's okay. oh, I can't. It's bad. Like, it's just way too much, and that's saying something considering how a lot Sir P's original design was. But the Super Saiyan hair and the white eye looking tips, plus the colors not being evenly spread around, I really don't get why his hair doesn't match his tail like it used to. I also don't get the added eye on his chest, because if memory serves, they got rid of it from his pilot design, and we were told that it was to make his design easier to animate. But now we got it back? And kept the goggles and even gave him a halo, which, yeah, he should get one, he's in heaven, but now he's got like 3 to 4 focal points. The halo, the hat, the eye on the hat, and the goggles, it's just too much. So for this reimagined thingamajig that I'm doing, I decided to make him human again, but with hints to his demonic self. Again, I just really think that demons who end up going to heaven should turn back into their human forms as a way to show they have changed or been forgiven. I know there are sketches from Viv of what Sir P looks like human, but it's kind of basic and just your generic face, you know. But considering his demon form suggests he's a king cobra, which is a snake found in northern India to around southern China, and since Sir P died in the 1800s and has a steampunk aesthetic, it's not hard to put the pieces together that he's probably from either area and moved to England, as the trading and royal family back then had well, let's just say a fucked up relationship. So yeah, I made Serpentius darker skinned and gave him a nose similar to Vaggy's, but more curved. His hair is now just hair, but shaped like his demonic cobra hair. He still has his snake fangs, though much shorter. His ears are pointed due to having been demonic for so long, and you'll see his halo is bent open, giving a horn appearance. I like to think that instead of redeemed demons getting a full halo, they get a specific shaped halo to tell us and the people of heaven what and where they once came from, and possibly sprinkling in some discord in heaven, as I'm sure people in heaven wouldn't be too happy about demons becoming redeemed and living with them. Anywho, I also relaxed Sir P's style, as he no longer feels the need to be seen as an overlord or someone who wants to be seen as better than everyone, so I put him in a yellow shirt with orange pinstripes, which is basically a color hint to his demonic colors, and his undershirt plus his jacket's pinstripes. I also put him in a 4-button vest, similar to his time period style, with white lapels to match with his hair. And as you'll see, his vest has a long coat tail, another hint to his snake form. And originally I was just gonna have stripes on the side of his legs to give the illusion of his OG tail, but it looked like track pants, so yeah, long coattail. As for the pants, I just put them in simple high-waisted pants, and I know in the 1800s the pant legs was a little tighter at the ankle, but I like to think Sir P likes the feel of the swish of the fabric, as it's been so long since he's actually walked. Crazy, right? To even think of Serpentius walking, as he's been a snake for so long. And lastly, I just put him in simple yellow shoes. Oh, and yeah, I took his hat away. Personally, I get why they kept the hat, because it's Sir P's friend and it's kind of alive, but I was always under the impression that he got it in hell, since he has so many hats with eyes on them. So him ending up in heaven with it confused me, because it's like, did the hat get redeemed? Is the hat a part of Serpentius? Like, are all the hats that he has connected to him? It's one of those things where I'm like, why would you do that? Because they never explain it, and I know they don't have to explain it, but like, it's still really weird in the long haul. So yeah, he doesn't have it, but I do like to think that he's having one made, and due to not being used to not wearing a hat, is borrowing goggles from Cupid's. That's why they're heart-shaped. As for color, I used the OG Designs color palette, as I didn't really find much wrong with it. I mean, I just chose the main colors. I didn't choose like the secondary colors, because there's like 2 different versions of pastel blues, and I'm like, why? What was the reason for this? You already had white and yellow and the purple color. That was fine. You didn't need those 2 other colors. But overall, the OG colors do still make sense. I mean, they are his original colors, just like kind of inverted. So like the gray is now white, the black is now white, which is like, why? But, you know, it made sense. However, though, his hair still could have been black. We have exterminators wearing black and having black wings, so it's like, they could have kept that. But I personally like the pastel version of black better, plus it just looks nicer with the darker purple outline, which again could have been black, since Adam and Lute are drawn in black outlines, which Okay, that really irritates me. I get from an artist's standpoint that it's probably due to Lute and Adam not being heavenly enough, even though they outline Lute's hair in a different color, but still, it's really unnecessary for the audience because they're not gonna get that, or at the very least, ignore it, because I've not seen anyone bring it up. Also, I'll just say it bugs me so hard that the angelic characters are outlined in dark purple but have black lined eyes. Like, why not just use dark purple like Emily and Sarah, even though they have black lips? Ugh! Sorry. Color theory is just my thing, so it just kind of bugs me with the way that they do things. Like, it's not my project, it's not my art, but still, you know, like, it's the little things. Anywho, the rest of the colors, again, are just OG Angel Serpes, but spread around more to feel a little more even, and as for the eyes, that's a little bit of an overhaul detail I'll talk about soon. So get ready for that. And that's about it. I know I was way more nitpicky on this, but it's the one thing that truly bugs me within the show, design-wise, and I guess story and world-building-wise, as it doesn't make much sense for winners to look the way they do, or how heaven works as a whole, since you have biblically accurate angels running around with winners who look like sinners, and yet the exterminator angels look human and are able to wear black, which, now that I'm thinking about it, how did no one figure out what Adam and Lute do? Lute's in her battle outfit and in black, which is like a super rare color to wear, and then Adam's wearing a helmet with horns and sharp teeth, which is a staple for demons at this point. At this point, Heaven's either stupid or just completely unaware of their surroundings, which I can 100% buy at this point. Sorry. I hope you really liked what I did. I hope most of what I said made sense, and like, I don't know, this was just more of a me ranting situation because I was just so frustrated, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. But next video will for sure be Satan. I think I finally reached a happy middle, so look forward to that. And then fingers crossed on the next overhaul video. But anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and me. I hope you all have a super fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!